No, this morning we obviously watched yesterday's practice tape because we weren't able to watch it with the team last night. But, good first day. I mean, the field's a little bit slippery, a little bit moist, a little bit damp. But just a good solid day. Darian Allen had a knee injury. We'll have to evaluate that when we leave the field. And other than that, nothing really jumped out. I thought we threw the football. I think anybody that watched it can see we probably completed more passes today than we did the whole year last year down here in Ruidoso. So I think I think it was a good positive first day.
Was there a lot of energy, a lot of intensity that you wanted?
It's the totality of the thing. You're not going to, that always kind of comes and goes a little bit, but overall the focus of it I think was really good. I think the sincerity of it's really good. There's something called false energy. I mean, these guys know they're looking at 2 weeks of heavy practices. So I'd rather have just good, solid concentration than pretend energy. So I just really appreciate, the kind of maturity of a young team. And, we've pounded that message of just one day at a time, one play at a time, and trying to build this thing.
How much importance at this point should we attach to who's running with ones, et cetera?
Again, Rick, you've been around a long time. It depends what position that's at. There's some where the ones are pretty much entrenched. There's other ones where we actually are going 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and rotating it every single day. The secondary is a great point of that. So that's a total. We're just rotate until we get enough scrimmages to make a legitimate evaluation. Receivers,
true? Wideouts,
wideouts, defensive backs across the board. It's that way. One linebacker position to a degree. It's that way. Particularly wide receiver and DB. That's exactly what it is. Is a thought out rotation of equal reps, and then we'll make an evaluation.
How about on the defensive side of the football? Do you see, question marks all over the field? Or?
No. I think we're established scheme-wise. As I've said many times, I felt like we're a year behind. But right now, I feel like you can talk to Dallas. I think we know what our base defense is, and I think we know what our scheme is, and I think we're set. Now it's just a number of reps and getting better. But I think there is an identity there that we never really had all last season, that we at least from a schematic standpoint know what we are. A lot like our offense. Our offense is what our offense is. I think our defense is getting to that point where we are what we are.
Coach, I'm sorry, I was having audio problems.
It's okay.
What was it like to be out here in Ruidoso? Did you kind of get some things accomplished on the first day that you
Yeah, I told our players this morning, we're going to come back and make them pay a resort fee. Because I see all these families down here staying and on vacation, and I'm really impressed with the way our guys have handled themselves. First of all, just off the field, and just a good first day of just coming down here, no distractions, easy transition from Albuquerque to Ruidoso. It's kind of what the program has been. Of just things are easier now, and the process is just so much easier. So there's more time to just focus on what's really important, and that's the football end of it.
How beneficial do you think it is to come down here and not have any distractions, like no girlfriends?
Well, what I think the first thing I talked to our players about last night, let's just take the chemistry point. You think you're going to come out of here with better chemistry than when you came with, but that's not a guarantee. Just like the fact there's no distractions, it's not a guarantee there are less distractions because we're here. To be honest, not to go back and talk about the negatives, but we had some distractions last year in this camp down here. So I hope we learn from our experience. So just being away from Albuquerque, being in this setting, doesn't mean there's not going to be distractions. But we talk about those issues. We take nothing for granted. So hopefully we come out of here with better chemistry. And hopefully come out of here and say, that was 2 weeks of no distractions. But the pressure's on these guys to make that happen.
And lastly, what were some of the things that you were kind of striving to achieve towards here?
Nothing specific. We're a little bit more red zone today. I would say that is the one specific thing. If you noticed, work 25-yard line going in, both offense and defense. So red zone was really the number one focus today. Okay, guys?
Cool.
All right, guys.